It's live. Hey guys. All right. Can you see us? Can you see us? I need to lift this up a little more. I gotta turn this down a little bit. Okay, finally got it going. Wagwan people. We're just setting up here. You wake up. You're still asleep. Hey guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? We got Bluebird. We got Nobius Nightshade. Nadine's here. Wagwan Nadine. I was just over on Nadine's live. You're in the ads. All right. All right. We need the ads. We are Dream Warriors here. Bluebird saying, what's up? We're just getting ourselves together.
Wagwan, beautiful people. Welcome once again. Weedus.
Yes.
We're here.
We're doing some cooking today.
Oh, we're cooking. What are you cooking?
I'm not cooking. I'm just kind of like, ooh. I'm just around.
Just hanging around.
Yeah, I'm just around. There we go.
I think what it is, we should...
Janice Nibs is saying hello, Nino and hello, and Priscilla Seymour
big up
here.
Yourself, the whole of my people, them.
We are just getting ourselves situated. Are you going to use this? Because if you're not going to use this, I'm going to take it away. I'm going to take it out of the way.
And who was it that challenged us about
that was
Nadine. Nadine, I got some advice for you, Nadine, because you launched a challenge this afternoon about saltfish fritters.
Yes.
And I understand that you're trying to.
Sorry.
You're trying to challenge to see who can make the best saltfish fritters or flitters, whatever you want to call it, but with a twist.
With that twist.
And the twist that you have introduced is that you must incorporate cabbage in your saltfish fritter. So you're talking about a saltfish, cabbage, and fritters. But let me tell you something, Nadine. Let this be a stern warning to you. I am going to destroy you. I am going to show you my water walk go a pumpkin who. All right.
Okay.
So Nadine, don't let it be known that you were warned ahead of time. So, but I'll give you this, Nadine. I'll give you a little out here. At any point in time, I'm going to give you the option to cancel that challenge.
Don't cancel it, Nadine. Let's do the challenge.
I'm going to give you the option.
Hello to everyone. Everyone's saying hello to Priscilla. Nadine is saying, so you wake up.
How Nadine? How do you know I was sleeping?
We were trying to come earlier, but sleeping. Yeah, he had to sleep for a little bit.
I took a nap. I just got in from work not too long ago.
And he's the one that wanted to do this, guys.
I had to take a nap because there's nothing worse than preparing a meal. In this case, we're going to be preparing lamb. I've got some lamb. Let me see that. I got some lamb here, guys.
It's been soaking there for...
I've been marinating this lamb
at least 2 days.
2 days. So in this lamb, in this bag, I've got lamb. I've got some fresh garlic. I've cut the garlic into little slivers. I've also got rosemary. I've got thyme, salt and pepper, some olive oil. So, it ready. Because for 2 days now, all the seasonings I've got in this bag have been sitting there marinating, getting to know each other. All right, no? Them I do the merengue. Them I do the cha-cha. Them all I broke on the dancehall style. my dance. They're getting to know each other because I want to prepare this lamb. Turn off the fun,
Sorry,
my girl.
sorry.
Yeah,
I
makes so
meant
much
to turn on
nice.
the light.
It makes much nice our people here. They're so disturbing. Anyway, I've got this all marinated here. I'm gonna cook up this. I'm gonna nice up this, and I've got with this. I'm gonna show you what else I've got because you know you can't prepare lamb without having an accompaniment, some side dishes. Accoutrements, that's what I'm calling it. So I had a bit of a toss up here, and I don't know. I think I prepared myself some options, whereas I think I may opt to prepare this lamb with some baby potatoes. I was also thinking about doing this with a pasta, right? So let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think you want potatoes? She's saying she wants potatoes. Let me know if you think a pasta.
Come on, team potatoes.
I've got some linguine, and you know, I'm thinking I can just quickly, just on a dime, just change whatever it is that I want to do. You know why? Because I'm me, I do it. So I have the choice. I have the option, isn't it?
I say let's go for the team potatoes, guys.
So I've got
everyone's greeting everybody. What do we got here? Haweezy Music is saying, "Hey, Auntie Nadine, wagwan."
I'm not telling her say.
We are Dream Warriors. Said time to nice up the place.
Nice up the place.
Yes, we're nicing up the place today with our lamb.
As we're talking about, as you guys know, with all this nice things that go on with tariff nonsense, everything gets expensive. So normally I buy a bottle of olive oil and I pay maybe $10 to $12 for a bottle of olive oil. You know how much we pay for this bottle of olive oil this evening?
How much?
$19.
Get lost.
$19 I pay for this.
Get lost.
If you can believe it. The only beauty of it
Let
is...
me scratch.
Is
there gold underneath this? I'm scratching to see if there's gold.
Can you believe this? $19. All because I needed to have olive oil in my dish. Normally, $10 or $12 I would have paid for this. So if you guys think that food is not expensive or is not going to be expensive, you better think again because it's getting pricey.
Yes.
All right, but you need it, you gotta buy it.
And that's why you gotta learn to cook at your yard. Cook at your yard.
Better yet, grow your own food and then
right? Grow your own, cook your own from garden to table because $19 for olive oil, that's crazy. And is it like extra virgin olive oil?
It's extra virgin, but you know, it's when I take the source of olive oil, we don't the virgin. You know, the extra virgin.
There's that Jamaican word again, swaso.
Swaso.
Swaso. Spell it. How you spell swaso?
It spells S-O-S-O.
S-O-S-O. Or is that an S-O-S? Guys, I sent an S-O-S out the other night and nobody came to help me.
No, you said a swaso.
I sent out an SOS and none of want to come to help me.
So where do you want to start? Yeah.
Anyhow, let me get out of the way.
As my friend Andrea would say, anywho.
And yeah, so we're using the laptop today because I kind of messed up when I set it up. So forgive the angles, peeps. Forgive the angles.
Angles are going.
So I'm going to let you take over there, Mr. Chef.
All right.
Let's get a close-up of this stuff. We're going to take it out of the bag. But you see, it's not all, the meat kind of absorbed the oil and the liquid that was in there. So it's pretty good. What does it smell like? It smells like rosemary.
If you had, I tell you guys right now, if you had smell-o-vision, you could smell this lamb. So for 2 days, just imagine this has, as I'm saying, Jamaica, this has soak for 2 days. So I can just imagine the flavor, and interestingly enough, when I'm doing lamb, I always like to put a little extra salt. Because lamb, because of its gamey taste, okay, you need that salt to kind of bring it out. So that's where I'm at with that right now.
So Nobius is asking you for close up. So you're gonna need a close up of your meat. So you're gonna need the.
No, we're not taking out the meat right now.
Well, not yet. And of course, I got my Tabitha Brown mug. I know you probably can't see what this says because it's backwards, but it says, because it's my business. And of course, I'm having my mint tea.
I'm going to be using some baby potatoes, guys. So, you know, these baby potatoes, these little, tiny little things. Okay, so I got.
Are they multicolored?
Yeah, I got a variety of colors here. You see, there's a red one, there's a white one, there's also what appears to be a purple one. Okay, it's 3 different colors, and with this, it gives you a really nice contrast. You see all 3.
That's
my
the
lady,
bag.
yeah, push my hand out that way, so.
Because I'm focusing on the bag.
The people don't want to sit on bag. They
Well,
want to see the
know-
potato.
Yes, but they want to know what to look for when they go in the grocery store.
All right.
Fresh pomme de terre.
Pomme de terre.
And, yeah. Okay.
Little trio, like little. What do you call this? What? I said that word. I don't know French.
You're disgraceful. Could you imagine? In this country, we have to take French, and he doesn't know how to say the word free in French. It's toi. And pomme de terre is potatoes.
Du, toi.
Wow.
Cat. I said go.
Your French teacher?
No, my French teacher would be ashamed of me.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, who do we have for French? Madame. I had Madame Getzi.
I had Madame
Cholucci. Yeah, remember those? No. You remember those?
I had the actual French woman, the big dog.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So anyway, let me just.
So what are we doing first? Working on the potatoes?
Yeah, I'm gonna work on the potatoes because I'm gonna put the potatoes in the oven.
Okay.
So we can get that going because it's actually quite a, the best thing to do is to utilize all the utensils that you have in the kitchen. In this case, I'm going to be utilizing my oven as well as my stovetop. There's no point waiting on any one thing. In which case, you would actually prepare your potatoes first off to get that going so we can get the oven going, get that cooking process happening. So let me just turn on my oven. All right. Turn on the oven 350 and get it started. All right. I'm going to be putting a little salt. Got my salt here. Sprinkle a little salt on my potatoes. I've got me some garlic powder. I'm using a little garlic powder because, I can opt to use fresh garlic, but I think the powder in this case works best. A little garlic powder.
And guys, he actually went out and bought this rosemary.
Yeah.
When I have my fresh rosemary here growing, he could have taken a sprig off in here.
I could have taken a sprig.
But he went and paid God knows how much for this.
Yeah, I did. You know what?
Look at this.
Let me do this before I go any further. Let me just, even though I bought that, which I shouldn't have, I just completely forgot that she had a rosemary.
Yeah, and it smells amazing. Look at that beautiful rosemary.
I just took off a sprig of that rosemary, and I'm gonna be just removing the leaves and just drop that in my pomme de terre, my potatoes.
So we have Karen Myers in the house. She wants to know what's cooking.
We are cooking some potato, some baby potato.
Speak properly. We're making some lamb.
But you say potato, I say potato. You say tomato, I say tomato.
Okay.
You say guinea, I say
Priscilla says yes, it's better from the garden.
Absolutely.
Right? And don't we have a motto this year, friends? What's our motto? It is grow more, spend less.
Grow more, spend less. That's how you go?
Yes. Grow more, spend less.
Look at this. I also have, look at this, guys. I have some thyme. I have some thyme here. I'm just gonna just kind of rub it together and get a few thyme leaves just to kind of flavor that potato a bit. All right. Oh, making a mess here. And with that,
you're using the oven?
I'm going to use the oven.
Okay.
You know the oven, right? That thing that you kind of don't know how to turn on.
It's okay.
But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of my expensively priced olive oil.
This $20,000 olive oil?
In this, because the combination of making the lamb and having all that wonderful flavor and the potatoes is going to be quite tasty. So there we go. That's what you're looking at there. Okay.
So go over what's in that again.
I've got in there. I've got my salt, as I get top with pepper. I haven't yet cracked the pepper in there.
Hold on a second. Oh, sorry.
Hold on. I mean, I cook, you a cook.
I just want to
Yeah,
show your people.
Touch up my thing. Just put a little.
So possessive over his potatoes.
A little salt, a little pepper in there. So I've got salt, pepper. I've got a little garlic powder, some fresh rosemary from the garden, from the boss's garden, as she gets it started. I've got some thyme, some fresh thyme leaves, and now I'm going to add just a splash of olive oil. Now, you know, with the olive oil itself, so damn expensive. I can't use too much. I'm going to just eat a little splash. Right?
Here, let me show them what you're doing. Let me tilt this.
There we go. A little splash of it in there.
That actually smells pretty good.
It smells wonderful. And
the different colors look pretty good too.
I'm going to give it a little toss. Right?
Look at the toss.
So we get all the flavor in there.
Okay, now you're just showing off with the toss.
I'm just doing a thing. And I think we've got a little
yeah.
There we go.
It smells lovely.
A little pan here. I'm just going to throw everything on there.
I am hungry.
Right? Just pour it on there.
Janice is agreeing with me.
And as a result, there's what we're looking at. Okay, so there's our potatoes, and I've got my oven set at 350 degrees, and I'm going to be putting that in the oven, and I'm going to just set it, place it in the oven, and just forget it.
Okay.
All right.
So that is step one.
That's step one. What I'm going to do. I'm going to do something a little. I'm going to reuse.
Dean White, the blind visionary, is saying blessings. Wagwan, Dean.
Big up yourself.
You woke up, Dean. I saw your back as you were taking a nap this evening. Everybody was tired, I guess. And Red's room is also here. Big up yourself, Red's room.
So I'm also going to. I'm going to actually use. I've got some baby peppers here, some baby sweet peppers. All right.
And you need the cutting board. I'm going to bring the camera a little closer. I need the
cutting board because I'm just going to put these in. And what I'm thinking of doing...
Where are you chopping? Here?
No, I'm not going to chop, but I'll do it over here.
So I need to bring the camera a little closer?
You need the camera closer.
All right, people.
Because...
I'm moving you all.
What I'm going to do... Yes, I'm going to just give these a little rinse. These peppers.
Let's get you from this angle. If you're going to chop over here.
I'm going to give these peppers a little rinse. And I am going to... And as you can see, these are bell peppers, but they're small, tiny little bell peppers. Okay, and what I want to do with these is I want to roast these as well. Okay, I'm going to roast these with some fresh garlic as well as some pearl onions. Okay, I've got some pearl onions here.
Pearl onions.
Pearl onions. They're just what they are.
They're just tiny little onions.
Tiny little onions. They're individual.
And you know, I have pearl onions outside in the garden as well, but we chose to buy those.
Probably got pearl onions outside. I don't.
So what's the point of growing if you're not going out there to use?
We're going to do that. So I'm just going to pour this in actuality. I'm going to pour this in the same bowl that I used for the potatoes, because reason being, I've got some of the seasoning still in there, and there's no point wasting any of it.
So you're not cutting these peppers?
No, I'm going to leave the peppers whole.
So you're roasting the peppers whole.
I want to roast the peppers whole. All right. But before doing that, let's get.
So who do we got here? We have Red's room. This is your first time here, Red's room. Thanks for joining us. Or it's Red's. Nadine is here. Dean is here. Bluebird's here. Priscilla's here. Everybody's here. Let me know where you're all watching us from, guys. Because as you can see, I'm the cleaner upper. I'm not the cooker. So I'm waiting for something to wash or to clean up.
And she does a great job cleaning up, by the way.
But that's okay. I can be the eater and the cleaner upper. I don't need to be the cooker. I got the cooker over there.
I'm actually using today.
All right, let's get you a little closer so you can see what he's doing.
I'm using my Henkel knife today, guys. And I've got a Henkel knife. I bought a Henkel knife
and it's
set.
Sharp.
And when I tell you these, so who my head cut off?
Oh well.
You want me to go down like this?
Then no need to see a big head.
But in any event, let's just tilt this back a bit. Okay, there we go. So I've got these Henkel knife set that I purchased off of Amazon. And when I tell you razor sharp, these things, you can actually, any day that I run out of razors, I can use this. It's so bloody sharp. So I got to be extra careful with these things because they're just really, really sharp.
Okay, Dean White is saying that he's here from Jamaica. Big up yourself,
Big
Dean.
up yourself. What's going on in Jamaica there, Dean? Talk to me. What's the weather like down there? You know, what's the climate? What are people doing?
And you have Colin Williams here shouting you out, saying, "Hey, fam."
Big up Colin. Wagwan. Colin, hey, Colin is our chef, you know.
What?
Chef Colin Williams. Colin
Okay.
Wagwan. Colin makes some wicked food. So it's always good to have, you know, your fellow chef on there watching you and critiquing. I
Yes,
love that.
so far we have Jamaica and Canada in the chat.
Wicked. So I'm just peeling my pearl onions here, guys. It's a little bit of a tedious job.
Can you show us? Because I don't think they can see you directly.
A little bit of a tedious job. Right? It's just little pearl onions. And I like to get that in there. Right now I've got my my baby potatoes in the oven that I've seasoned with salt and pepper, rosemary, fresh rosemary I might add from the garden, as well as salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And of course a splash of that rotten expensive olive oil that I bought. You know, in the oven roasting. And I'm gonna try to get these peppers along with the pearl onions, the golden pearl onions that I've got here. And pearl onions, if you go, you know, shopping for them, they also come in white. These are the gold ones. All right. I'm going to be adding to that a few cloves of garlic as well. And then I'm going to season that. I'm going to throw that in the oven and allow that to roast. And I'm putting these in to ensure that these things get roasted. And before I start cooking my lamb, which I've got marinated now for a couple of days. I seasoned up the lamb 2 days ago, and then I had to work. So it's been sitting in the refrigerator for a couple of days marinating, and that's a really good thing when you're preparing lamb. You know, because it's such a gamey taste. You need to have it marinated properly, and when it does marinate, when you actually eat a piece of lamb that's been marinating for a couple of days versus one that you just seasoned today and then decide to cook, it's like the difference in taste and flavors like day and night. Right? I much prefer to do it this way. Yes, the minute the lamb came in the house, I seasoned it and I threw it in the refrigerator.
Okay.
Right.
And what did you season? Go over it again.
The lamb has got salt, pepper, garlic. Use probably about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, rosemary, fresh rosemary, as well as thyme leaves. Okay. Fresh thyme, right? Don't worry yourself. You can't use dry thyme if that's all you have. But I've got fresh thyme, which I always seem to have in the house.
And that's growing in the garden. But my thyme isn't ready yet. Mm-hmm. It needs a few more weeks.
So what I'd like to know, guys, because I just I did mention earlier that our good friend Nadine had challenged me to making fritters. But Nadine had a twist on her fritters in that she wanted the challenge to be fritters, or sorry, what do you call it now? Saltfish with cabbage. And that's how she wanted the fritters to be made. And
I've never had these fritters with cabbage.
I've never had it that way either. But Nadine threw the challenge out there, and I did give Nadine an opportunity to back out. Because Nadine, I'm sorry for you, know. But as I said earlier, you're going to see water walk pumpkin belly.
Poor Nadine. Don't back out, Nadine. This is, and it's more than Nadine. I think it's like a 5-person challenge. Yeah. There's several people that are gonna take the challenge.
As the Jamaican would say, "Where water walk a pumpkin belly."
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
And that's all part of the Jamaican songbook, don't you?
Yeah.
You wouldn't know that.
It's okay. I've heard the song before. I don't think
you have a Jamaican songbook. You're not part of that songbook. You are not part of.
Okay, how many onions are you making?
Well, because you know what, I'm not sure. I could just go ahead and keep peeling, and you tell me when to stop.
It's your recipe.
All right.
Because are these onions made to be eaten? Who's eating all these onions?
These onions are, as much as you see them, they're very much like shallots. And if you know anything about shallots, shallots is a crossover between onions and garlic. Okay. So shallots, when you eat them, they're not overpowering because they have that balanced flavor between garlic and the onion. And you find shallots is used a lot in French cooking. When French people are cooking or French chefs are cooking, they use a lot of shallots as opposed to onions or the garlic. They use garlic, but the shallots is a preference because of its flavor. It's delicate flavor. All right. And you know what I meant to do? What? I meant to call you today to see if we have any pesto in the refrigerator.
I think we're making onion soup.
All right. No, it's not onion soup. Okay, this is going to be my last one because you seem like...
Yay! Let's give a clap for the last onion peeling.
No, it's not about the onion peeling. We're having a good look at conversation, a good little chat.
Nobius is taking notes. Nobius is laughing, and We Are Dreamers is taking notes. Bluebird says the challenge is on for the saltfish and cabbage.
You know what I'm saying? All right, one last one.
Yeah, the last onion. See, you don't say it wasn't going to be the last onion. I did say the last
one, but what happened is
I make onion soup,
you know what? Just out of habit, my hand kind of dipped itself.
Red's Room is saying, Guan Chef.
Big up yourself, Red Room. Red Room.
Reds, him can't stop peel the onions.
It's not an onion, it's
an onion.
No, it's an onion.
Okay, there goes that special Jamaican English.
Onion.
Onion.
Right, let me stop peel the onion.
Red's Room said, no, watch that.
Watch that. So,
and for just to translate to all the people in the chat that don't understand, no, watch that. What does that mean? It's all good?
No, watch that?
It's all good.
No.
All right. Let's stop looking at his big head. And let me try and angle this so that you can see what he's doing. Sorry about these angles, guys.
All right, so we're gonna get some. I'm gonna be using some garlic.
We got the garlic going.
I'm gonna throw some garlic in there.
Let me try and steady this so you can see what he's doing here.
Just peeling these garlic, and what I like to do now when I try to peel it, it's good. You can actually give it a little tap just to kind of loosen the shell a bit, the skin.
Yes, Bluebird, it means it's all good. You guys have to remember, or I have to remember, not everybody in here is familiar with the patois lingo.
Patois? What's
the patois?
Patois?
Because Bluebird is from the UK, so is this how the chefs get all the flavor out of the garlic?
Well, the thing is, I just sometimes when you try to peel the garlic, you
and that knife is very sharp.
It's nice, extremely sharp. So what I like to do is I just give it a little tap. I don't want to crush it too much, just a little tap, and that will help remove the peel. Look at that, just like that. Right?
Red Room says, "What are we actually?" I can't see that other part.
What are we actually making? Is that the question? Well, we're going to be cooking some lamb. I've got some lamb marinating. This is just a side dish that I've got here. I've got some garlic, I'm going to roast some peppers, as well as some what do you call those onions? Some pearl onions, tiny little pearl onions. I will give you a look-see in the bowl in a second. Let me just get.
Yes, he's getting all his vegetables together for his side dish before we get to the main event, which is the lamb chops.
And I've got my baby potatoes in the oven right now roasting. So this is going to happen quickly, and I know
that's a lot of garlic, so it's going to be a lot of flavor.
Yeah, and when you talk about garlic, and even though this is a lot of garlic, guys, if you've ever eaten or you've ever roasted garlic, you'll understand that the garlic itself, even though it's there, it's not going to have an overpowering flavor because it's going to be roasted. So the release and flavor in the garlic is going to be slow and intense. All right. So let me just get this.
So we're actually making the roasted lamb.
Yes. Let me just get some of this. I've got some of this.
Look at that, guys. He's actually doing some cleanup.
I'm actually cleaning up.
All right. I like being on this side. I can't
stay
work
on
this
that
on that
side.
side
Get
because
my-
I feel like I'm in your way. I need that.
Here's your phone.
Thank you.
Let me just kind of, and contrary to what Lo always say, that I don't clean up after myself. I do from time to time.
From time to time.
She does the major cleaning up, but I like to clean up as I go along. All right.
Okay, you're watching and listening, which right
This
now
is
this
what-
is a lot of prep work. Now we
So-
do have some people that are lurking in the weeds,
now
but
I've
that's
got-
okay.
I've got my peppers, and I've got my pearl onions as well as my garlic. Do you still have the rosemary?
Oh,
If you
yeah.
don't mind, just pass me a sprig of rosemary.
A
A
sprig
sprig of rosemary. All right. So there's our fresh
homegrown
rosemary.
rosemary.
Homegrown. I'm just gonna pop off a piece of that.
Do you need the scissors?
Nope. I
Okay.
just gotta rip it off.
Smells amazing.
And I've got my rosemary, and I'm just gonna run my hand down the stem, and it's gonna remove all the leaves, which is what I want, all the pungent flavor. And even more, if you want to get it much more intense with the rosemary, just remove it, remove the leaves, and just crush it in your hands. It releases the oil. All the oils that's there, which is where all the flavor is coming from, you just crush it and release.
Okay. That's a good tip.
Once we have that,
You're back to the very
I'm going to
expensive
be adding a
olive
little bit
oil.
of my very expensive olive oil. Right? See there? As of $19, I almost just used about $5.
Oh my God. Look at that, guys.
All right.
Doesn't that look good? All the different colors.
So let me add a little bit more, some flavor.
So what are you adding? Because you never give us measurements. So
Well,
that was
I don't give measurement.
That was just coarse salt.
Yeah, I don't give measurement of anything. A bit of fine salt, right? I've also got my. Can I get my black pepper there? No, the other one.
Bluebird is saying that they had a friend named Olive.
There we
They
go.
cost $19 for the bottle.
But I bet you Bluebird. I bet she wasn't cheap.
Oh
Right?
God!
I bet she wasn't cheap.
Oh God!
Get some cracked pepper, and for me, I always enjoy using more of a cracked pepper as opposed to just black pepper shaker. Right? I like to break up the pepper because very much like when you take the sprig of rosemary and you kind of rub it through your hand and release all the oils in the rosemary. The same thing goes when you have fresh pepper or in a pepper grinder or a pepper mill. When you grind it, that too releases a lot of the oil, and you find that it's much more pungent and it's got more of a heightened flavor when it's grind through a pepper mill as opposed to just getting a shaker and shaking. Okay, that shaker, the oils are already dried up and it doesn't have that explosion. So I much prefer the part with the explosion. So again, there I've got all my peppers and I've got all my seasoning there. And I'm going to be putting this as well in another tray. I'm going to use this.
I got something to wash.
I've got my pan here. I'm just going to place my peppers with my pearl onions and my garlic in there. All right. And that too, I'm just going to stick in the oven. Part of the reason why I was a little delayed in doing this is that we have to time our food when we're preparing it. Now, in this case, we're talking about the potatoes. If you notice, the potato was the first thing I put in the oven. Potato's been in there now for good 15 minutes roasting, because that itself is going to take a little longer to roast. The vegetables, in this case, the peppers and the garlic and the pearl onions, that's going to happen a lot quicker. My oven is set at 350 degrees. I'm going to put this in. I'm going to allow it to roast and everything to kind of, dance and party and get to know each other. I'll do the cha-cha and the merengue and, some like things. You like when people dance.
Well, Nobius Nightshade is saying, yes, you need to tell us the measurements.
Nobius.
And we have Simone TV here is saying
Wicked.
hello. Simone is new to our
welcome
channel.
to the channel.
Simone, nice
And,
to have you
You know,
here.
and let it be known, guys, that I am not a home cook. So in this case, me no use measurement. Me cook with love. I'm a cook from the heart. I'm a cook from feel. All right. So you don't have to be measuring anything when it comes to spices. Just put what your heart tells you to put. Right? And let everything just kind of dance on the walls. Me no use measuring. Me not think about measuring, cook.
Yes, he does. You got one as a gift.
Oh, Mike.
Your friend Mike.
My buddy Mike.
Yes.
Big up Mike from Tires to Go.
Yes.
Mike gave me for last Christmas. Mike gave me some measuring utensils.
Because
but Mike,
you can never follow your recipe.
I love you, bro, but we can't use them.
I use them, Mike. I use them.
Use them.
Now, Dean White, the blind visionary, is saying, Nino, the assistant will not admit that when we are finished cooking, we leave no work for them to do. They are the one who eats and mess up your kitchen. I always clean up, Dean.
Shots for that, Dean. Shots.
You know, Dean.
Shots.
Dean is also has a channel, guys. Dean is blind, and Dean is also a chef because he does a lot of cooking videos. So if you want to see how Dean chefs up in his kitchen and overcomes his blindness, you need to go and check out his channel, guys.
So I had originally in my thoughts, I mentioned to you guys much earlier in the program that, you know, I was contemplating whether or not I'm going to be roasting potatoes or I'm going to use pasta. So in the back of my head,
I think I like the potatoes.
The potatoes. No, it's going to be the potatoes because the potatoes are in, and the combination is amazing as well. But something that I can just kind of do from a bit of a spin-off from this lamb is by preparing my lamb in my pan. I would also add to that a little red wine to make like what we call an osiboko, right? In this case,
a what? Rewind.
Right.
Pull it up.
Mind your bite the tongue.
A what? What was that?
Boko.
Osso
boko. Yeah. And osso-buco.
And what is that, Italian?
Yeah, osso-buco is Italian, and hence the reason why I was going with thinking of the pasta.
Osso-buco, wait, a what?
Osso-buco generally is made with lamb shank. Okay. So you get the shank of the lamb, you get the bone in there, you get the nice meaty part. You prepare your osso-buco, and you let it, you braise it. And when you braise it, you could serve that with pasta, and it's delicious because all that flavoring that comes out into the liquid of braising liquid, along with some red wine, it's just so heightened that when you add that to pasta, it is mucho mamma mia. Right?
All right, let me catch up to the chat.
So in any event, I'm not going to go by way of doing that. I'm just going to go by way of using the potatoes along with the roasted peppers. But and Colin Williams can probably attest to this. That you know, when you're shopping, you're a chef and you're preparing something, your mind is going like in 20 different directions because you want to prepare one meal versus something else that you said you would, and as a result, rather than going to the supermarket,
your eyes are bigger than your belly.
Yeah, true. I've always said that.
So Janice Nick wants to know, where did you purchase the olive oil? That big expensive olive oil.
Janice, I was actually at, I call it the green shop. Is that basic? Food Basic. I was at Food Basic this afternoon on my way home from work. Stopped, and can you believe this olive oil was on sale?
For $19. That's a sale.
No, it was on sale for $19.49.
Wow.
You know what the original price was? What the sale them? $19.99. So the damn people didn't give me 50 cents off the olive oil.
Oh, wow.
And I'm supposed to feel good about that. They gave me 50 cents off.
Wow.
Right? But again, I go back to saying this is why food is so expensive. And it's going to get worse.
So Bluebird is very impressed with Dean being a blind chef.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very spectacular.
Dean is the man. Dean can throw it down. But Dean, I'm sending a stern one into your wife. One her. The word is out. So when the time comes when a certain person will be defeated, then you know I hear you bawling on Dean and I say, "What you do to my wife? Why you beat her?" I don't physically mean, you know what I'm saying, defeat her in the fritters, cabbage and saltfish fritters challenge.
So Jen Tosh is here, and Jen Tosh, listen, Jen Tosh can't cook, you know. Listen, Me back up there. Me back up there. Jen Tosh can throw down in the kitchen, and she's telling you that oseboko.
Yes.
It's all about the marrow.
Yes. Yes.
So,
the bone
now that's
in the
a
marrow.
chef,
She
right?
knows her stuff.
Okay.
The bone, the marrow in the bone. Hence the reason why you use
oseboko.
you use a veal shank for this, because if you ever just picture a veal shank will always have that circular bone right in the very center of it. And so a lot of that, but you realize that bone marrow is a delicacy.
Yeah.
In a lot of European, French, Italian cooking.
Not into.
Oh no, bone marrow is good stuff. It's good stuff.
Now, Dream Warriors is here saying true food is not cheap.
Mm-mm.
We all got to learn to cook now from Chef Nino.
That is true.
Okay, so what's next, Chef Nino?
Well, right now, like I said, all my stuff is in the oven, getting itself ready. I can start the lamb, but it'd be pointless for me to start the lamb. Everything when you're cooking is all about timing. So this is why I chop the thing on a one, because I want to time the food. Whereas once the lamb is prepared, we're ready to dive in. It makes sense. Okay? Now, Pinky AFM is saying by the time I get home, I hope this lamb will be done cooking. Will it be done? Maybe. It should be. If we decide to leave any for you. It should. Well, there you go. Red's Room is saying that this sounds delicious. It sounds delicious. Red's Room, cabbage and saltfish fritters. Listen, any of you that are on the chat that want to jump in on this challenge, jump in. Have you ever had cabbage and saltfish fritters? Big things are going on. It sounds delicious, and it sounds like something that I would like, but I've never had it. So if you want to join in and make a video, let us know you're making the video, and let's connect them all. Let's all watch each other cooking saltfish and cabbage. You know something? Nobius is saying, oh yeah, Pinky, so true. Good luck if you get here and there's any left. Where am I? Red's Room is saying, bless you guys. Why you keep sneezing? You know what it is? It's this pepper. It's this pepper mill. So where did you put your pepper mill? I'm trying to see what. I don't know where he put it, but it's the freshly ground pepper. Freshly ground pepper that releases that oil. I'm trying to, and again, it's a bit of a debate for me because I've got some Sauvignon Blanc, a little bit of Sauvignon Blanc in the bottle here. Let me move this back a little bit. I can opt to use a little white wine. Most times people cooking red meat want to use red wine, but you can use white wine. I'm not afraid of using white wine in red meat. Part of that, it doesn't really get that bright, intense, reddish color. It keeps it on a very neutral basis. Now we're dealing with lamb. If I add a little bit of the Sauvignon Blanc to the white wine, to the lamb, it's not going to change the complexity of it too much. Whereas most people would probably opt to use a little red. I've got a Cabernet Sauvignon here. Okay. I could use a little red. So I haven't decided which one I want to use just yet. And again, I am such a moody chef that it's all about what I think at that very moment when I envision what I would like it to taste like. I already have an idea, but I'm kind of having two battles in my head right now as to what direction I want to go. Now, Jen Tosh is letting me know that osiboko is a delicacy. I guess the whole bone marrow thing. But there's a lot of delicacies that this girl does not partake in. Do you guys remember the whole tripe and bean business? All right. So I know you don't like tripe and bean, but I'm certain there's people out there that do. What is inside of tripe? No poo. Why you have to go there? Poo. Why? You have to clean out the poo. Listen, why you have to go there? No, I'm just saying. Need to do it's all about delicacy. We're talking about food. No. We don't need that kind of nonsense. So, anyways, Dean is sending you a message. She says, please note that Nadine's challenge is Nadine's challenge. And Dean will not be crying because Dean doesn't fail when it comes to cooking. All right, Dean. Shots of fire. Dean, shots. Dean, you see like how you say that now? Shots of fire from Dean. Dean, you see like how you say that now? You see them bullfrog puff up on chest. I just puff up your chest a while ago. I see true you puff up your chest a while ago. Oh, God. No, and you come up with that challenge with me and you can run into the park and see what I'm going. Well, Dentosh is saying that osiboko is bad with just a toops of Scotch bonnet. You hear that? Right. Just a tops, because you're a little heavy-handed with the Scotch bonnet. Just a tops. Speaking of that, that's another one of those Jamaican words, right? That, listen, tops. I had this lady I prepared some Ital stew. Here it goes again. I'm gonna say though that I was a little disappointed in the preparation of the Ital stew because I like
the eye test too.
But hold on. I went out and I bought not one, but 2 fresh coconuts. I'm going to spend a good little penny if you buy the 2 the coconut them. When me come home with the coconut them and pop one open, as soon as I pop it open and the water drain out, I just pull the garbage can and dump it in. Disappointment. Boom, I beat the other one. Shell come off, shell fly. Let me look inside the same disaster. That's the problem I have in buying coconut in the supermarket. I don't know what kind of garbage I'm going to get. So I've decided that we have enough coconut in the yard at Jamaica. So when next time we go to Jamaica, I'm going to get them to pick some coconut and then I'm going to get them to cook them up.
Coconut powder?
No, I think I used them because I didn't have a choice. After the coconut them failed me, I had to use the powder. But in any event, I was saying that to say after my ital stew was finished, and anyone that know about ital stew, dreadlocks delicacy, you know they put enough IPA in it. And the IPA is pepper. So they put a lot of pepper in it. So this has been in the refrigerator for a couple of days. Lady here, Queenie, has been eating the ital stew and loving it.
Because if I don't eat it, it will spoil and waste.
The lady looked at me the other day and said, next time you cook the ital stew, not put so much pepper.
You know
as she continue to eat it. As she continue to eat it. Not put some. So we said, next time you cook a little dinner, put a little flavor in it. Sure. Right? Because you know,
get back to the chat.
You know what you want to criticize.
So We Are Dream Warriors is bigging you up. Dean White, the blind visionary. Red's Room said that they thought Osiboko was you sneezing. Oh, now I understand what you're saying. No. Osiboko is the delicacy, the veal shank. Yes. Simone TV is saying, yes, Dean White. Dean White, you push your wife out on a ledge there, Dean. And Nobius Nightshade is saying, oh yeah, don't forget to click the thumbs up so that we know that you passed through. Thank you, Nobius, because I forget sometimes. We all know how YouTube is. And you can also click that little heart on your bottom right side of your screen to let YouTube know that you're loving it over here. And Dream Warrior says, yes, they clicked it. Dentar says, Dean is exuding some confidence. Nadine, you're on your own.
All right.
Nadine, you're on your own. Dean is exuding his confidence. And Dentar says that she loves.
I'm just going to show a little bit of what's happening here.
Want me to open?
Yeah, open up the oven, please.
Ooh,
you guys can see that.
Nice.
That's what's happening down in there.
Nice.
Okay. I got my potatoes and I've got my vegetables all cooking up there. All right.
Now, Bluebird wants to know what is tripe. Any of the Jamaicans in the chat want to tell them how delicious tripe is? Because if I describe it.
No, tripe. Hey, you know what? I was at an Italian stag last Friday. And one of the things that they had on the buffet was tripe. Italians eat a lot of tripe.
Okay.
Yeah. They had that as part of the compliments of food, and it was absolutely delicious. Lovely. So a lot of people eat tripe, and tripe itself is the intestinal part of the
cow.
The cow.
Okay. Well, Dean White here is saying a true waste of money. What's a true waste of money, Dean? Tripe, or what do you consider true waste of money? And Nobius is saying, oh, hyper is pepper.
All right.
Yes, hyper is pepper.
That is Rastaman talk for pepper.
Dreamer says they like seasoning, but not huge on the pepper. I'm not huge on the pepper either. You see, Dentar is saying, don't do low so bad, man. Don't do low so bad. Listen, he's always doing me so bad when it comes to the kitchen. Okay? Not all of us like the heavy pepper and the heavy tripe and bean and all that thing there. So you're getting to the main event.
I'm just kind of spreading it out. And
Red's Rule says that we are cool and they're happy that they came over. Well, I'm happy that you joined us, Red's Room.
What I'm trying to do here, guys, is I'm just trying to spread it out a bit because
let me bring this over.
I had this marinated in the refrigerator, right? Now I'm just trying to bring it more to room temperature. Because otherwise, if something is ice cold or frozen and you put it in a hot pan, it's just going to bring the temperature right down. But if I, the
temperature of the pan.
The temperature of the pan is going to be brought right down along with the oil in it. So I'm just trying to temper this, bring it more to room temperature while we have the time. And so when it goes in the pan, it'll be not as cold and it doesn't require as much heat to bring it up to temperature.
Okay.
If you can follow me there.
Can we have
Right.
a look at what the meat looks like outside plastic or not yet?
Yeah, you could. I can cut this plastic open because
okay,
no
you
point.
do
Unless
that.
you want to use this plastic again. Oh, here we go.
No, we don't need
Here we
to
go.
use that again.
Look at that.
Okay, let me come over there. Sorry about the angles, guys. I didn't mean to start this live
That's
on
the
the laptop.
marination.
But
All right, that's the marination there.
now,
Meat
can
is
you
sitting there
tell
marinating.
us what to look for when picking this cut of meat? Like, should it be a lot of lean? Should we have some fat?
Well,
in
you
there?
gotta have when you're cooking and you're purchasing any kind of meat. That's a two combination that you need.
We're talking
You
about
need
red meat here.
any kind of red meat. You need to have some lean, and you also need to have some fat, because the fat is what helps it to retain its moisture. All right. If you get meat, and I've seen guys go out and buy meat, i.e., inside round, and it's all just meat. It's just pure protein. And what that does is once you prepare that, all the protein tightens up. Okay, is once the meat is cooked, the protein tightens up, and it tastes tasting like dry and like shoe leather.
So you need some fat.
You need to have some fat. This is the perfect look here with some fat that's running through it. Just cut this. Let me cut this.
Yeah. So you can show them what you mean.
We're not cut it open with my sharp knife.
Oh boy, that knife! I'm afraid of that.
All right. So there we go. As you can see, when you talk about the osibuco look, you got the bones there, and we talk about the bone marrow. We've got some fat caps on the outside, some fat running through it, and we've also got a lot of lean. So there's a great combination of what you want your meat to look like. And that in itself, when it's cooked and the fat starts to render, right? And what I mean is fat starts to render, which means breaking down, it starts to distribute a lot of moisture throughout the meat, and it helps it to retain that nice juicy flavor and tenderness.
And guys, that meat smells amazing.
Well, if this was a smell-o-vision, and you smell that, boy, you'd
run.
run.
Catch up in the chat. The chat's running away.
Run.
They're saying it's well seasoned.
It is well seasoned. No question about that.
Big up to Nadine. Simone is saying, and thanks for the link up. And Bluebird saying, yeah, ease off of low. It's a team business. Thank you very much, Bluebird. All right, let's get to the oven here.
Oh, just kind of
see, that's how I like my vegetables, guys, roasted. Can you see? Nicely roasted.
So I'm going to kind of switch these things around, and I'm going to put the peppers on top.
They get charred a little bit.
Yeah, because I'm going to put the broiler on and get a little char on them, because these potatoes, they cook fast. I'm going to do a little char on that.
All right. Let me get back to the chat. Sorry, guys, I'm not keeping up with the chat. Dean says, she says it's a female challenge, not males, Dean was told. So Dean's off the hook. Red's Room says, no tripe for me, nah, sir. I'm with you, Reds. No tripe for me either, nah, sir.
I think you're just afraid, Nadine. Is it Nadine that said that?
That's Red's Room.
Red's Room. I think you're a little afraid that you may like it. Just give it a try.
No, We Are Dream Warrior says, no tripe for me either.
You guys, but I'm sure, all my Jamaicans in the house that have had or have sampled or enjoyed tripe. I don't know, say it good, not true. Some tripe on broad bean, tripe on butter bean with some food or rice or, pure niceness. We don't waste anything. Huh? And besides, that's ancestral food. I've always loved that.
Now, Red's Room is saying that everything looks well seasoned, and We Are Dream Warrior says, yeah, it's a vibe over here. And Jen Tosh is saying the marbling on the meat is a must.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the marbling is a must. We love the tips, Nino. Thank you.
Jay.
Who's Jay?
Oh, Jay. Juicy with Jay. Oh, yeah, he's probably in Tokyo now because he did say he was going to Japan, right?
Nadine says, I'm not sure.
No, I just bring that up to say, Jay did say he was going to go to Tokyo, and I brought it up because the last time we were in Tokyo, we had some, what did we have? What do you call that? Some Wagyu beef. Wagyu steak, and it's just amazing because if you don't know about Wagyu steak, there's only one loin that come from each cow. And these cows that they have in Wagyu or what's that other place, babe, that's in Japan where they grow those, where they raise those cows?
Oh, I don't know.
Wagyu, and the other one was Kobe. So there's a place called Kobe, and these cows that they raise, they go out and they massage these cows on a daily basis.
What?
somebody is out there massaging the cows and they're treated like royalty. But the meat that they produce is absolutely amazing.
And
Expensive
very
as Ross, but it's amazing. And one of the good thing about the last time we were in Japan, we had some Kobe, and there's the marbling that runs through it is just absolutely amazing. That's all the fat marble, and we how they served this at the restaurant is we had to actually prepare our own food, but they gave us volcanic rocks, and we put the meat on the volcanic rock for only like 5 seconds, 10 seconds on each side, and it was perfectly cooked.
Yeah,
and it was just moist. And once you eat that, that's like when you take a hot knife and you put it through butter. That's how it was going through the meat. It was amazing. It's just excellent.
Now the dean is listening to all the smack talking, and the dean says she's not scared.
You're not scared?
You and Dean, she's not scared.
You're
so
not
you
scared.
can bring on the challenge. She's not scared.
I like that. I like that braveness, Nadine.
And Simone is saying,
you're not scared?
I know, right? She ain't scared. And Nadine is saying, you are welcome, Simone. You are welcome. We Are Dream Warrior says, I've never eaten lamb before, but I assume you can switch this for any meat, Nino. The way you prepared it, right?
Yes, you can. You can. It doesn't necessarily have to be lamb. It could be beef. Chicken is something that's a little different. You have to cook chicken all the way through because that whole salmonella thing is not going to go along well. One of the things I find interesting, though, is I find that people are starting to cook pork. For those people out there that eat pork, there are some restaurants that, no, they don't cook it rare, but they cook it medium.
Pork?
I don't know about that. And they've always said that pork is a meat that has to be cooked fully, but there are people that are consuming pork.
That's medium
and
rare.
They're not medium rare, medium or medium well.
So I can put this away. You're not cooking
you can put that away. I'm not going to be using that. I might do another live tomorrow and make some pasta.
Oh gosh.
I've got all the ingredients.
You're not going to have time tomorrow.
I've got all the ingredients. I even bought a piece of cheese. Did you see the cheese?
Yeah.
I bought a nice big
$50 cheese?
Well, no, it wasn't quite 50, but it was close to it.
Now, Simone is saying, yes, please, for the tripe. Demonstration for cooking tripe? No, sir.
No, I can't. I don't think I would demonstrate that. Jen Tosh is
agreeing with you about the Kobe. Kobe
is
chef's kiss.
Tapa.
We Are Dream Warrior says, I need Nino to cook up some roti one day.
Roti.
You need to make some roti.
What's roti?
And Nobius Nightshade says, yum with the roti. And Red's Room says, you can't sell me on tripe, my boss. No tripe, born dot. We're on the same team, Reds. Born dot.
What's roti?
You know what roti is?
No, roti. You mean roti?
Here we go.
You guys mean roti?
Tomato.
I don't understand when
he wants me to say roti.
What's roti? What's roti? No, seriously. We've had this argument many times.
You say it your way, I say it my way.
Roti?
Roti.
Guys, I don't know. I'm not even I can't even understand. I can't even get this right now. Roti.
No,
darling.
Come on, let's get to the main event.
I'm trying.
We want the meat.
Am I? Okay.
That one's on.
Did I do something wrong? I don't think it was on.
No, the oven's
the
good.
oven itself is on, but I've actually put it on broil because I want to get those pepper roasted.
Oh, okay. I agree with you, Red's Room. No tripod being over here.
I tell you. You guys.
Bluebird is laughing at your comment when you said massaging the cow.
No, it is. Really I'm telling you, Bluebird, if you go on YouTube and you look up Kobe beef and you look at Kobe beef farmers, you'll actually see how these guys go out in their barns and they comb the hair on the cows every day. They massage them. They live like royalty. Okay, but when you see the price of a piece of Kobe beef, you'll understand why.
Yeah,
they live like royalty. It is absolutely amazing.
Jen Tosh is saying that I roll my tongue too hard when I say roti.
You know what I'm saying?
And Dreamworks is saying, "Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm more of a chicken or beef guy."
All right. So I see this thing. I don't want to.
And Red's Room says, "Chef, you can sell iced tea to a snowman."
Well, I like that. Love that. Thank you. But you have to try the tripe on beef.
No, sir. No tripe and beef. And they think it's funny to hear me say roti.
Roti.
Red's Room says, I've heard of this beef. It's true. Yes, that Kobe beef.
Yeah, don't play with Kobe. And the spin-off to Kobe is Wagyu.
Yes.
So Wagyu is like a cousin to Kobe. Now Kobe itself, though, guys, is actually a region. It's like a province in Tokyo, in Japan. That the cows that are raised in that area, for whatever reason, are treated very delicately. Okay, so you can't have a Kobe beef from somewhere in New Zealand, or it has to be in the province of Kobe. You know, it's same principle goes with, you know, when you're talking about cognac, like a brandy. Every cognac is a brandy, but it's not every brandy that's a cognac. Correct. Because cognac itself is a region in France. Right. And any brandy that is prepared there, they call it cognac. Okay.
You know, they're calling you the salesman.
Hey, what me I sell?
You're selling them everything under the sun,
including some snow in Alaska. Right?
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to get this thing going, because what I want to do, guys, I want to get the pepper roasted a little bit, because I have the oven on broil. I want to get the pepper roasting. I don't want to leave it unattended, because I can just easily forget about it, and it gets so charred that it just goes to schmeg. That's why I'm kind of holding out and chit-chatting away as we go. And so let me ask you guys something. Is there anything that you guys have in mind that you'd like to see me prepare next time around? All right, give me no other than roadie. Oh. I'm not liking the roadie thing. Other than the roadie, I had in mind though I could do a pasta dish. That would have been easy enough. You got little crumbs in your face.
I'm eating sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds.
Oh, we got real talk in the house. Wagwan Pastor Nash. Pastor Nash is in the house.
All right, so I'm gonna count on you. to
Chef, a long time. Me I wait for the food. Thank you, Red Room.
God,
a long time. Me I wait for the food. Yes.
Listen.
What are you doing to the oven?
I'm trying to get the oven to broil. Do you know when you're trying to get your oven to broil from the top?
You have to press start.
Is that what I had to do?
You gotta press start.
Do you know wasn't there a commercial like that with the lady on the motorcycle?
Yeah.
Can you
see? So all this time
I didn't press start. Can you imagine that? So anyway, I'm gonna get this pan going.
All right.
I'm start getting my pan.
Imagine he's wondering why the oven's not heating up. He didn't press start.
Wow. Just imagine that. What kind of chef this?
Yes. The belly and grumble. Chef, a long time I'm wait for the food.
But after you not eat the food, are you eat the food?
Real Talk says she wants you to make curried lobster.
Ooh, that would be an interesting
That will probably be in the summer when we have our lobster fest.
Yeah, when we have the lobster fest. Curry lobster is one of those things. And
wants to know if you make your own curry powder.
Negative on that. Just buy Better Pack. If you watch my show, you know say I Better Pack me use. I'm in a make Better Pack. I buy Better Pack.
Oh,
eh? See that? See that? Me buy the King Tut of curry. Better Pack me name.
Here, put it in the bag before it leaks out.
Let it be known that I appreciate that, Gentosh.
Yeah, we have a video actually.
Yeah, man. Better Pack.
That we made recently about all the boss Jamaican spices that you should have in your pantry, and Better Pack was the curry of choice.
Better Pack was the one. So, sorry, I don't really make my own curry.
Now she says, listen, you've got to make your own. You have to show us how to do that.
Yeah, we don't know if we do that one. That requires a lot of It's like the time when I made butter chicken. So I made some butter chicken with basmati rice. And my goodness, that was my first time ever making butter chicken.
Dean is saying, what's going on with this comment? 2 of them went missing. I don't know, Dean.
Is somebody take them
Type them again.
Type them again. Type them again.
Wonder Kid is here. Wonder Kid is saying hello.
Thank you.
You hear that? That's my dad down in the way saying to make your own curry, you have to juice the what? The turmeric. I think he means turmeric. You have to grater it.
All right.
But maybe we might look into that.
So let me put on some of my expensive olive oil. I'm just gonna put a little bit.
Ooh, Gentosh likes the freshly toasted spices. All right, let me get a little closer. Right. He's finally about to start the lamb, guys.
All right, so let me just heat my pan.
Jesus.
Because the one thing you don't want to do is put your meat into a cold pan, but you don't want it too hot either. You want to get just bring up the temperature on the. I gotta remember to check this every so often. Yeah, the roast pepper.
Jesus Christ, the heat on the foot.
Yeah, man, the roast up. Let me just, before I put the lamb in, let me just flip this over. Let me flip this.
They're saying hello to Papi Lo. You go burn me with the oven door, sir.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ, the man just opened the oven door upon my leg.
I'm just gonna give it a nice little roast, and I'm gonna come back and start my lamb. I think the pan should be nicely heated now. All right, so let's just get the lamb. Here we go. Here we go.
Ooh, listen to the sizzle. Listen to that sizzle.
Now, mind you, I've got a lot of fresh garlic in there. So somewhere along the way, the garlic might be burning, but it should be fine. Right, just get it all laid down. Get the sizzle going.
Wow, that smells amazing.
If only you had smell-o-vision. You had smell-o-vision, you would. Now, again, it's a combination of the olive oil distributing itself along with all the herbs and spices.
Now, Dean's saying that coconut was truly a waste of money.
Dean, you better know what you're talking about, because I never felt so dejected in my life. Having to throw the money away. Myself, they just give me that shit in the money and walk out at the shop. Because them coconuts were just not ready. Big disappointment.
Now, Jen Tosh is telling you that she loves enough work. That's why she does a lot of her ingredients from scratch.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And her food is off the chain. And she's saying that roasted garlic is fire.
No, roasted garlic at a shot. Roasted garlic at a shot.
And Humors is saying smell-o-vision is the next thing coming after AI.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm just going to leave it there. So I just kind of moved the lamb just a little bit to kind of get some of that olive oil underneath to kind of level it off. Now, I don't like to play around with, with my meat too much. Once I put it in the pan, I just like to leave it and allow it to just build up that caramelization on the one side before I attempt to flip it. All right.
Red's Room says, talk the talk now, chef. True, you have the lamb sizzling now. You have all the talk now.
I mean, have to.
You must talk now because everything a bubble.
Right, look at this. So I'm going to turn this off. And then we go back to steak.
You know what you're doing there, chef?
Yes. So I've just turned off the broiler. Okay, I think I've got some caramelization going with my let me just pull this out just to give you a quick little glance as to what's happening. All right, so this is what's happening. So my peppers roasting.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, nice roasted. All right, so that's the char. That's the char I was looking for. I got a nice char on there. So now I'm going to put my oven back to the normal setting. All right, and a matter of fact. Oh, there goes the smoke alarm.
See, they both char.
There goes the smoke
alarm. Because
I opened the oven, the smoke alarm. At least we know the smoke alarm works. Smoke alarm's going off. All right. So let me gonna give this a flip. Now all that we've got the smoke alarm going because I just opened the oven and you can imagine all that intensity with all the broiler going on. So the load's gone to put some elbow grease in and fan. All right. All right. So there we go. As you can see, I'm going to bring my camera over just to give you a quick little view as to what's popping with my lamb. It's sizzling away. Just build up a nice caramelization on the side of this.
I'm back, guys. I had to go and make sure the house wasn't burning down.
Oh, There we go. The house burned down joke. You're full of
Now,
jokes.
Dentosh is saying you need to start doing cooking classes. And you know, the thing is, we've been really trying to figure out, let me turn for a minute. We've really been trying to figure out how we should do our memberships here on YouTube. And we were talking about just that thing, that maybe we should do members only cooking classes, because I mean, he does know what he's doing. And he can teach basic all the way up to advanced dishes, because in here we eat very well, guys. I must say, he knows what he's doing when it comes to the food. So I'll just turn it back to him and watch him work there.
Wait, say this.
Martin JATW is here. What, Martin? Martin says Captain Nino is sailing the ship.
You got that right.
Captain Martin is down in Nova Scotia.
Oh, welcome, welcome.
Yes,
Talk about them. We were just commenting about those Nova Scotia lobsters.
Yes.
And normally we get a couple cases up a year when we're doing a summer barbecue. And one of the requests we had earlier, somebody wants to see some curry lobsters. So I'm going to make a little variation of that. Make some curry lobster later on during the summer months when we're doing our barbecue.
Now, Rex is saying that they can only imagine what this smells like in here. It smells absolutely amazing.
Really, really nice.
We are Dream Rower says, yeah, the oven opened up, set the alarm off. It's a good alarm system. And Dean is saying the other was tripe, has to be scalded properly before preparing. The Bible is the best part. And I do not eat any meat unless it's fully cooked.
Mm-hmm.
What is the Bible?
I'm not sure what the Bible is.
Or is that just a typo?
I'm not sure what the
But
Bible
I
is.
agree with you, Dean. I don't eat any meat unless it's fully cooked. I'll eat sushi though, but if it's meat, I like it to be fully cooked, especially pork.
Yeah, but it took you a long time before you ever ate sushi.
True.
And you don't really mess with the fish too much, so you more go for the California roll, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Red's Room says it looks delicious. And Novia says you need a chef apron, Nino. He does have one.
Oh, I got one, but my chef apron is reserved for the barbecue because what it does, it says Grill Father. Yes. A play on the Godfather is Grill Father. So
Dean says that it's looking delicious, and then Tosh is saying this summer I'm inviting myself over for the lobster cookout. All right, that's a deal. That's a deal. And Nova Scotia's in the house. Yes, Nova Scotia's in the house.
Nova Scotia.
Canadian flags flying for Nova Scotia in the house. That's Martin JATW. Everyone's bigging up Martin, and Dentar says it's a part of the intestine with lots of quote meat. That's what the Bible is. Part of the intestine that has a lot of quote meat. Martin is saying, bless up to everyone.
I'm actually.
Red Room says you lost me at sushi.
Hey, if you've never had sushi.
We need to open this door.
If you've never had sushi, is it foggy?
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
It's starting to choke me.
Really? Why don't you just open the window?
I'm just going to open the door for a moment and get maximum.
I just clean as I go along, contrary to the boss.
No, listen.
I clean. I just don't do the deep cleaning, but I do clean, right? I'm actually looking at this.
I what your knee looks like.
I'm actually doing this, and I'm tempted to add a little bit of wine to this. I'm so tempted.
Now, guys, the reason why it's getting so smoky in here is because we don't want to
turn on
the fan. The fan, because it's going to make too much noise.
So we just kind of.
Nobody says, the grill.
There we go. Father. Look at that. The Grill Father. There we go.
Yes, the lobster and shrimp.
Play on the Godfather.
The cookout is memorable, is what Dreamworld is saying. Yeah, we have some memorable barbecues here.
So
and Rupert is saying, now I want barbecue. Geesh.
No, you think I should add some? You think I should add some wine to this, or just?
You're the cook. See, look at that char. All that lovely.
And you see, in actuality, just allowing this to cook away, and using the olive oil. The olive oil has got a very high smoke point. So it can take a lot.
There's
As
that
opposed
smoke
to,
point.
when you're using a vegetable oil or canola oil, this particular dish with the flavor of the olive oil and the high smoke point will allow you to kind of cook it away. I think I'm gonna add a little wine to this. What do you guys think? I am gonna be
Let
very
us know in
comfortable
the
doing
chat,
that.
guys, if you think he should add a little wine to his meat there. Nino, ensure ship stop by me. I'm very make sure the ship stop by his home port is what he's saying.
That's it.
Dream Warriors is saying that they're back and forth from Anguilla and Toronto, Martin, not really in Nova Scotia. And Martin is letting everybody know to have a happy Friday. Simone TV says that looks so good. Novius is agreeing, saying the food looks so good. And Martin says, okay, cool. Dream Warriors, you are a content creator too. Then Tosh is saying, no wine, please.
No wine, okay. We're gonna totally respect the no wine thing, and we're gonna love this. I think it's about winding down.
Priscilla says we need smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision for real.
Oh, I want a little.
Like to put a little bit of wine
a little
still.
bit of wine.
Yeah, make us see what going.
Then Tosh, we need a little bit of wine still, man. Make a nice gravy.
I'm gonna hit it. I want to hit it with a little bit of the Cabernet Sauvignon.
Cabernet Sauvignon. You have to roll the tongue.
Right. Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole.
Oh my God, guys. This smells amazing. Wow. Look at that. This is restaurant quality lamb. And you can make it at home.
Fire in the hole.
Oh my goodness, that tastes so good.
I'm just going to add a little bit more just to allow it to. There we go. Just a tiny bit more.
Okay. So, Martin, if you look up Dream Warriors, they're actually Canadian artists. They have, 4 or 5 albums to their name, won a couple Junos. So check them out. I'm sure you probably heard a few of their songs.
I'm gonna add a little bit of butter to this because I just love when I add wine. I add a little butter.
Novius is saying yes. Let us know if you're a content creator, Dream Warriors, and everybody will join their page. Yeah, you guys should all go over and join We Are Dream Warriors. It's a page kind of under construction, but it's coming through. There's a few videos there because I belong to it. Davis Family Live. Oh Davis my family. God, that's my Jamaican people there. Davis Family saying hello, you two, and everybody in the chat. Just in time for dinner, yum. And Davis Family, I believe it's every Sunday, the Davis Family posts their Sunday dinner. And they give you a choice of what you want to eat. And there's some good food there. So that is Carr and Marvin over there in Jamaica, building their dream house from their 2 hands. You guys have to check out their channel. That's the Davis Family.
Marvin, I tell you, Marvin, every time I look at rice on peas, I feel like I can't.
And they also cook. They cook outside, wicked. And I'm telling you, there's some wicked cooking big going on there, guys. So big up Davis Family. Big Thanks for joining us, guys. Right. We are Dream Warriors. Hold on. We Are Dream Warriors is saying to Priscilla that we're going to ask AI to show us how to make smell-o-vision. And Martin is saying, fire it up, fire it up.
Fire it up. Look at that. Add a little wine to it.
That smells amazing.
I also added a little piece of
you're getting closer, guys.
I added a little piece of butter to it just to add, you can't add wine without butter, you know what I mean? I just kind of base it a little bit.
God, my mouth is watering with this.
Look at that.
Wow. How does that look to you guys? Would you guys order this in a restaurant? Tell me.
All right.
Would you guys order that in a restaurant?
I'm going to remove these items from the oven now. I'm just kind of allowing the pan just to cool down, and do bear in mind that it's still cooking. There's probably a lot of people out there that's not big on having like rare or medium rare lamb, so I try to cook it as well done as possible. For me, I like my lamb to be more on the medium side, but for the sake of for the sake of the viewers and all my fans out there, I'm just gonna leave it the way it is.
Yes, it smells amazing.
It is.
Thank you so much, Nadine, for subscribing. Thank you to all of us for all of you for being here and spending a little time with us, doing a little cooking. I'm just taking the potato out. We can. Here we got You're potato. Very welcome, Davis Family. Davis Family has been one of those channels that have been with us since the beginning. Yes, I don't know. Yes. We kind of found each other. That. We were both small, young YouTubers, and we've just been connected ever since. So there we can just take a quick little tilt the camera a bit there, just so we can see what's happening there. All right. That's our peppers. Look at that. Look at that. So we've got our pearl onions as well as our garlic. You can see the difference between the pearl onions and the garlic. We've got our peppers, and we've got our baby potatoes over there. And, of course, we've got the star of the show. We've got the lamb. So I'm going to be plating this up. I have this wonderful idea. You see why I don't need to eat tripe and bean, because I'm eating like this, guys. I have this wonderful idea. It just came in my head the other day about preparing. And again, I go into the supermarket and I have these things in my head, and I started thinking about. And then he buys all these ingredients, sticks them in the fridge, started thinking and about then he never cooks them. A meatball Wellington. Think about that for a minute. So you get your fancy beef Wellington, but meatball Wellington. Fancy food. About that. Okay, with your puff pastry as well as your meatball incorporated in the middle. And I'm probably going to use maybe a little red wine reduction tomato sauce on the base. That sounds kind of cool. The thought was running through my head, and I think I'm going to do that. Now, Novius is saying, oh, Davis Family Life needs to do some cooking videos. They do cooking videos. Jump over to their channel after the live and check them out, guys. And Dreamers is saying, for true, that looks good. Martin's saying, as a man, we should be able to cook. Thank you, Martin. As a man, you should be able to cook. Kiki, rising queen in the house. She's saying, hey, fam. Hey, Kiki. Hey, Kiki, how are you doing? How was your day? And Red's Room is agreeing, saying that as a man, you should know how to cook. Now, Davis Family Life says, Nino, I have some of that. I'll have some of that right now with some of Marvin's rice and peas. No, Marvin rice and peas. I can't open that cupboard down there. Marvin makes that rice and peas outside, outside. And an open fire with him Dutch pot, and he builds the fire. So Marvin a fresh coconut. All right. Everything that they need, they go and take it off their property. They grow it. They also have produce. I think they have chickens and rabbits. Let me go on with the things over there. Davis Family Life. You guys are inspirational. You know what? There's something in this cupboard. It's stuck? It's stuck, yeah. Well, what are you trying to get out of there? I'm trying to get my big plate. Oh, well, I don't think you can get your plate under there. Pinky says, make sure his is well done. Well, from ya. But you better hope that we are going to save you some by the time you get back here. That's our stock, by the way. Davis Family says, yes, I'm a potato girl. Me too, David. Carr, that's Carr. Okay. Martin says, Dream Warriors, I sub to your channel. Listen to some of their music, Martin. You'll probably like it. I am going to. Where are you going with that big cleaver? I am trying to find my yellow plate. I know it's in that drawer, but it looks like that's okay. That's okay. Something is stuck in the drawer. Something in that drawer and I can't open it. Guys, save me. Davis says your food is always looking fabulous, Nino. I see my thing. I don't want to use this. Where's my yellow plate? I can't use that plate. It's too small. Plate the food on the white plate. Because you know what, guys? I have a problem with food sitting on the rim of plates. I just don't think it presents itself well. And I'm trying to find my yellow plate. Well, the drawer under there you're saying is stuck. It's stuck. I can't get it open. Oh, man. This is ridiculous. No, it's not ridiculous. I'm very anal when it comes to stuff. Yeah, very anal. All right, okay, let's take one of these. Let's grab one of those. Let's use one of these. That's fine. I'm going to use one of these ones, which is a much larger plate. I just can't see myself putting food on a plate. You see, where it's this is how they fool you in the restaurant business. They don't give you a lot of food. They give you a big plate to make you feel like you're getting a lot of food. All right. Do you have a particular choice here? No. You don't have a particular choice? Trying to get the angles here because I started the bloody live on my laptop and I didn't know how to switch it off. So here we are. See, look how he's so particular
You
with
have
plating.
to be meticulous about this.
Meticulously plating the
Yes.
food. All right. Let me get back to my comments here.
And we need some
amazing food, Martin is saying. Pinky is agreeing. He wants his, Drew Morris is agreeing with Pinky and wants theirs well done. And Martin said, better to have it and not need it than not to have it. That is so
There you
true,
go.
Martin. But
Better
he
like
buys
that.
it and then he forgets that he bought it. Right? He's a lover of gadgets and anything that belongs in a kitchen. And Cara is saying, that's right, Martin. We love a man who knows his way around the kitchen. Your lips to God's ears, my dear. And they're welcoming in Kiki Rising Queen. That's my girl. Martin agrees with you, Davis Family Life. They definitely agree. And Davis Family Life says, ah, you two are the sweetest. I came with my plate, please, and thanks, she says. Listen, this food, it's so funny. You're going to see anybody who lives close to us that's on this live right now, them soon show up and look for them plates. Novius is saying, Davis Family Life, you need your plate and your chair. And Martin says, I'll check out their music. Yeah, check out their music. And that they're in Nova Scotia. Yes. And Pinky says, why for that? What are you whying for? I don't understand what you're saying. Why for that? That's your Torontonian slang. Yes, Nobius Nightshade. Now, Dean White, the blind visionary, I love that name, says that I hid it. I didn't hide it, you know, Dean.
All right, so
I don't mean hide the plate. You put on your plate and they don't know where you put it. Look at this plate of food. This is enough food to feed the whole street. Look there. Look how the plate big and look how much. Who's going to eat so much food one time? That's not a lot of food. That is a lot of food. But it looks so pretty, doesn't it, guys? Look at that. That's the way I like my vegetables. And that is how we eat. Okay. So I'm glad you guys like it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Wait, if you haven't already. I need a picture of that plate. If you have not already, do like, share, subscribe. I didn't hide it. Davis Family said, Pinky, a big Y. See? Yes, the big plate is fooling. No, the big plate. Beware of the big plate. No, but you have to understand this. When it comes to presentation of food, you shouldn't have food hanging on the rim of the plate. The rim of the plate is not for food. Okay? That's good. Are you so creative, my girl? That is so good. Oh God. That. Are you so creative? That pepper. Oh my God. The flavor from the pepper is probably just bursting. Chef's kiss, yeah. Absolutely. And so Cara is saying, my goodness, she's so hungry right now. Nino, how are you so wicked? That's just a teaser. But do, guys, just pay attention and watch out for that, what I just said to you about the meatball Wellington. I have that. But you know what? As you're talking about hiding plates, I bought some pasta dishes that I can't seem to find. Any idea where they're at? No. No? Okay. Now, Jen Tosh is saying that Davis Family's YouTube looks so good. I'm telling you. It's a lot that now those guys, the Davis family, they can cook. I've been watching them for a while, and there's times when you just sit around and you watch that home cook, and Marvin just kind of put things together and cook up him rice and peas. And Marvin, you know, if you throw down still rate your panda wing there. Now, Samantha Kate is here. Everybody say hi to Samantha Kate. Welcome. Samantha says, hey, foodies. You know something? Chops. Yes, we're doing lamb chops. I should get in there and taste that. Should I get a picture of it? Sure. You might want to get a picture before I start. Oh, my God. I had a little piece of that pepper, the char on the pepper, the olive oil, the garlic. What should I try? Let's take you over to see him trying this. What should I try? Try the food. Things individually. You know how some people that cook the food can't eat the food? Not this one. Not this one. He'll eat the whole thing. That pepper is absolutely delicious. Yeah, it's nice and sweet, huh? Yeah.
Get that
right, just the right amount of garlic and sauce.
flavor.
The potatoes. What's your face?
Tastes
Look at the face.
The food is so good, me I sweat.
Mercy.
Yeah, let me cut into this.
The meat? Oh my.
Look at that. Look at that. Follow me. Mm. Oh my goodness. You gotta try it, man.
I'm gonna try it. But you see, I have a job to do. I have comments here that I am fielding.
Here, you gotta try this.
Okay.
You get that little extra salt.
That lamb
little extra
is
salt
amazing.
Pops it.
The amount of spice, not overbearing. Oh my God, it's so good. And the meat is so tender, guys.
Very tender.
Oh, we have
very tender. So if you're close by, like, you know, I know the Davis family is pretty close by. You guys want to come over for a bite? Davis family, I'll save you a plate. How's that?
Oh my God. Okay, sorry, I lost the chat, but I got it back. Everyone's saying yummy, loving those vegetables. And I believe Samantha Kate, if I'm not mistaken, is the vegan chef.
Was that the vegan chef?
I think so. Blueberry saying hi to Sam. Samantha saying presentation is key.
That's key to everything.
After flavor. So
you better know it.
I believe Samantha Kate is the vegetarian chef.
You know it. Presentation, that's half the challenge right there. If you can accomplish and achieve the presentation, because people generally eat the food with their eyes before they taste it.
Right.
It has to look visibly delicious.
Oh boy.
Hey.
Jamaica Queen Lifestyle has landed in Nino and Lo's kitchen. She keeps missing the live, and she's finally landed in the kitchen. She says that looks delicious. And We Are Dreamweaver says that you look like Zuri when she's digging in.
Oh and my Samantha goodness! There's my dish right there.
Hey all, and thanks to Nobius. Samantha, those peppers are amazing. They're so sweet and they're spiced just perfectly.
So look at that. I got leftovers for work tomorrow.
Lindsay says I'm late to the party, but dang.
Hey, better late than never.
Night dinner.
Better late than never.
We usually eat later rather than sooner. Oh, Nobius wants a close-up. You giving them the close-up?
Oh, you want a close-up?
Davius family says, are you serious, Nino? I'm crying over here. And Dreamer says they want to zoom in. They want to zoom in. It's kind of hard because we're using the laptop. I kind of messed up and started the live on the laptop.
And there
is
my
family says, I'm not hearing anything right now. She's watching eat her dinner. Samantha Kate says, hey, Dream Warriors, just popping in for a bit, going out tonight. And Jentosh says she loves those mini bell peppers.
You know what?
Samantha Kate says, yes, you eat with your eyes first. Definitely. Nino definitely eats with his eyes first.
You got that right.
All right, let's plate for the real taster and see what my dad thinks about your dish here. Finally, a close-up, Nobia says. And Bluebird says that looks so good. Nice. Hope you're all dressed up and ready to live it up and take pictures. I think he's talking to Samantha there.
I'm just going to get a bit of wine here. Some red wine. And just
Jamaica Queen is saying, y'all cooked without me. Not me. Oh, you're seeing my side. Let me move back a little bit. I'm sorry about the angles, my friends. Yeah, Nino's there drinking out the wine that he's supposed to be using to cook.
Well, the cooking is over, so it's time for me to drink some of the wine.
This food smells so good. And I think this is something that I would even be able to make. Because it wasn't anything difficult. I think marinating the meat made all the difference, right?
I in my opinion, I think not just marinating the meat, but also in knowing when to start cooking what dish. That's a key. Because when you cook it in certain sequence, everything is prepared and everything is ready all at once. I think I hear the doorbell.
Here comes trouble.
How are you, Mama? Are you have banana feet?
Jamaica Lifestyle, Queen Lifestyle says, wow, the wine
Grandpa
is
just cooked
coming.
lamb.
It's about to go down.
Grandpa just cooked lamb, baby.
Hello.
How are you?
Where'd you go? Oh, say hi to
You want
everybody.
to taste some of my potato? Mama, you want to taste some of my potato?
It's hot.
Hold
Is
on.
it hot? Be careful. Don't give her hot
Oh,
food.
it's not hot. Here you go. Here you go, baby.
Well, it looks like the monsters just arrived. Zuri is in the house. So let the noise begin.
You don't want it?
Dean White says, I believe that you eat with your nose first.
There you go.
Dean is saying, I believe you eat with your nose first. So it looks like you made it. You managed to make it before we were all done. Yeah. You can eat. Does it smell good? Novius is saying hello to Zuri. Everybody's saying hellos. And they're saying Zuri got so big.
It smells like rosemary and hot peppers.
Oh, gosh. Nino, are you about to get tipsy on the wine? And they're saying, Zuri, your fans are saying hello to you.
Zuri, go show the light what you're eating.
Come and tell us where you went.
Go show them what you're eating. Where did you go, Mama?
Look at that. It is tasty. Okay, Nino, I'm going to leave you with the live, and I'm going to get my dad's plate ready here. And look at this.
Come this way.
Look at this.
What did you get?
What is that?
McDonald's.
You can't run away.
You got to show everyone what you're having.
What are you eating?
Why are you having McDonald's?
Do you want some? You want some of Grandpa's food? No. Oh, you're being silly.
You're being silly now, Mama.
You're being silly.
She doesn't want Grandpa's food. She wants McDonald's.
Oh, she wants McDonald's. You see that? You go through all that trouble to cook food, and she has McDonald's. Okay, Nino.
I'm actually digging in here, but
you see that? Nino's abandoned the chat. He's just too busy eating. Nino's too busy eating. Everyone's saying hi to Zuri Rose.
I know you guys can understand. Absolutely delicious food. I can't wait till the next time. Are we doing? We are doing Informal window on Sunday, we're not?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing our regular Sunday
actually,
afternoon.
Maybe not.
Why?
Unless we do it a little early because we have the shower, the baby shower.
Was that Sunday? What time?
What do you mean what time? It's from 5 to 9. How do you not know this? It's from 5 to 9 on Sunday.
So why don't we just have the informal window at 3 o'clock?
Yeah, we might do it a little earlier.
A little earlier, yeah.
But we'll let you know.
We have the informal window, guys. We're having a baby shower for our third grandchild, and our first grandson.
Yeah.
Is baking in the oven right now, and it's going to be coming on board shortly. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have a little baby shower for the little monster. And then we have up to 3 monsters now. They're going to be a handful and a half.
Simone TV is saying, see you all later, my lovely people.
Big up yourself. Nice to have you joining us.
Thank you, Simone.
Nice for all of you guys to join us. We appreciate the support, the love. Keep coming out, keep supporting. And
Juan said, no, sir.
You like it.
Hey. Hi, y'all. And next time I have to go fix up something quick. All right, Ninja Twan, thanks for popping in.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, for joining us on the live.
Wait, I want to get Rob's opinion on your food, but you're not letting me prepare his plate.
You think that's a good idea, right?
Yes, I want to hear what he's going to say about your food.
All right.
Samantha Kate is saying, Warriors, if you see food on TV like I am right now, then your imagination is at play, imagining nothing but gotta taste it, and it looks so good.
It looks as good as it tastes.
Yeah, we are wrapping up just now, guys.
Okay, do your thing so we can wrap up.
And
Friday
Jamaica
night.
Queen is saying, awesome. Congratulations on the new grandson. I'm chilling until they're done. We're almost done, guys, because we're just about finished.
You're going to do your thing so we can wrap up so these lovely people can go off and get ready for Saturday night or Friday night?
Yeah, no.
For the Friday night special?
All right. Okay, we're done.
Okay.
We're good. All right, peeps.
All right, guys, it's been a slice. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you for joining
Thank you
us,
for joining.
even with our crazy angles from the laptop.
Yeah.
As usual, we had some laughs. We met some new people. We had some old friends here. And I'm going to dig into this plate. I'm going to bring some food for my dad down there. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Jen Tosh, good night, everybody.
Good night.
And we'll see you
Peace
again.
out.
Can you open?
I can open this.
You want to say
Do
bye?
you want to say bye to everybody on the live?
Say good night.
Okay.
Well, that's a silly bye.
That's a silly bye, but you go about your business. All right, Davis
Yeah, let me open
family
that for
and
you.
Real Talk. Real Talk said that she learned a lot. And everybody's saying bye to you, Miss Zuri Rose.
Say bye, Zuri.
All right, my friends, till next time. Stay blessed, everybody. Bye-bye.